Hello, my name is Elena. I'm making jewelry for over 12 years. I would like to talk about the essential supplies for jewelry making and will share my experience of using different tools and supplies. If you are a beginner or looking to start jewelry as a new hobby, I hope this will be helpful for you and hopefully will also save you money by avoiding buying unnecessary or poor quality tools. First of all, I would like to speak about Beading Matt. It's quite essential because it stops beads rolling. I will leave link below where I bought recently. I have quite a few of them. The other thing I would like to speak are two. First of all, I would like to speak about the chain nose pliers. So if you could see, they have this tapered ends and flat inside surface. They're quite thin in the end, and this helps to get into tight places, and they're basically for squashing or holding. Similar pliers but slightly different shape is a flat nose pliers. My flat nose pliers quite small. They also have a flat inside surface, and they also for grabbing things and for holding. The chain nose pliers, I would say, absolutely necessary. Some people use also bent nose chain pliers. I don't use them, but a lot of people prefer them to the straight chain nose pliers, and they can just use bent nose pliers, because just wanted to show you how to use how I use chain nose pliers. So the main thing is grabbing and for instance opening jump rings and closing, opening and closing, but you need second pair of pliers for that. It could be either second chain plier or bent chain nose pliers or flat nose pliers. And jump ring you would use to finish your work, your necklaces, or to attach your clasp, for instance, to open and close some other loops, for instance earring findings, to add your bead to it. You always open and close sidewise. You twist it in order to keep it shape and not to break, and then you close it. The other essential pliers are round nose pliers. Round nose pliers come in different sizes. They also have tapered end, and they gradually change from bigger to smaller diameter, and this is very useful because them to make smaller loops and bigger loops, whatever size loop you need. Another type of round nose pliers, the smaller ones. I prefer these ones because they give me very good precision. And another essential are cutters, and there is different types of cutters. This is flush cutter. You need to make sure that you bought really good cutters. These pretty strong ones, but you won't use them for stainless steel or for very thick wire or for memory wire, because they just will damage the cutting surface. I use several, and it's worth to have few. This is even stronger. They also flush cut, but they are a bit more strong, and this one will do with stainless steel findings, but I still want to use them for memory wire cutting. This is nippers. They're even smaller. The good thing about them, they are very agile, and you can come really close to the point where you need to make a cut, but they will go only for copper wire findings or silver, because it's quite soft metal, and they're also very good to cut your stringing materials. And I just will show you really strong cutters which should be used for thick stainless steel. So these ones They are really poor for memory wire. And there's another one, memory wire nipper. So this one's heavy duty cutting. So it's really worth to spend some money on your absolutely essentials, ones which you can't get away without. It's chain nose pliers, round nose pliers, and reasonably good cutters. But I also would invest in either second chain nose pliers or straight nose pliers, or maybe bent chain nose pliers. So our pliers all work together. We need them all to complete almost every project. I can create eye pin myself from the wire. So I bend it under 90 degrees. This is the size of the loop I want. If I want smaller loop, I would have to cut it to the right size. So let's trim a little bit. And then I just form loop. I get at the level when I want the size I want. So at the level of the pliers, I choose which size of the loop I want. Go at the very end of my wire, and then by rolling it around I create my loop. Just made this loop. For instance, if you need to make a connector and you now need to do another loop on the other side, you can use your chain pliers to bend the wire, because you need to bend it under 90 degrees. You can do it with your fingers as well, or you can do the same with your round nose pliers. And then you have to cut. So you have to cut the right level. I usually cut straight away before I start doing the loop, and then you complete your loop with your round pliers. Complete dangle connector, which you can use then to create rosary chain. This earring made using this technique. So we created loop on this bead with our round pliers, and then we created these two components, two connectors, and then we attached it to the earring loop. Tools which worth mentioning: different types of beading board, and I will put a picture. It's also worth having bracelet beading board. You have different sizes. You can build your bracelet around this template, and it gives you size in inches and centimeters. Obviously here is incorrect. It's 152 millimeters or 15.2 centimeters. So this is a bit strange mistake, but when you build your bracelet, you can plan where clasp will be, how much place it will take. So this is really convenient, especially when you're doing for somebody else. If you're doing it for yourself, you can try it on your own wrist. You can also measure on this side of the board. It gives you a chance to measure in centimeters or in inches. You have to take into account the size of the beads. So because beads take some space, especially big beads, so it's much better, gives you much better idea when you put it around your template, so you know that internal part of your bracelet fits exactly the size of the wrist you're planning to do it for. So this is one thing worth investing into, and these boards shouldn't be expensive. I mean, you can find expensive boards, but all of them do exactly the same job. It's just plastic board with a bit of a flocking material on top, and you should be able to find them for about £1, £1.50 each. I did see boards sold for £10 or £11, but certainly there's no point to pay such a big money, because I guess for £5-6 you can pick up 2 or 3 different boards. But I saw really good prices on Temu, and you can just go on Temu and look for bead boards, and at the moment they have free delivery. It's not advertising. I just recently found a Temu, and I find that some jewelry supplies are really good there, especially basic ones such as mat. I bought my mat recently on Temu, and I saw really good boards, and actually I bought a couple of instruments there as well. These cutters I bought, they are not the strongest one, but they are really good at cutting stringing material, which sometimes you have to cut really close to the bead. This cutter is really good for this. I can put some information in the description of this video. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about jewelry making kits. I don't really advise you to buy jewelry making kits. I have this one, is really nicely packed. I bought it long time ago, and to be honest, I never used it. I tried to use it, and the quality of pliers is not really very good. Pliers are quite rough to touch, so they're marking your work, and they're not, in my opinion, thin enough. So I wouldn't buy these cheap jewelry kits. So this type of jewelry kit you can pick up probably for £5-6, but you will end up having to buy different tools anyway. This tool, this is to collect beads. Might be useful from time to time, but I honestly never used it. It could be used to collect seed beads in, but otherwise it has no use really. Never had to use this nipper sizer, and these stronger cutters, however, I found they don't really cut very well. Also, they packed really well, and I use this separately. Don't know if you can see the difference. Mine have really thin end, and this quite thick end. They're quite fat here, each of the plier lip, and quite big, so they don't get where I need them to go. The surface, working surface, quite rough, so it leaves marks. So basically, doesn't worth spending money on it. Thank you for watching. I'm planning to do my next video about stringing materials, so join in.